Hello everyone, welcome back to Bitcoin New York. Today is 14th of June, 8 p.m. New York time, and I would like to share to you guys about what I think about the current goings of cryptocurrencies. Today, we buy Bitcoins and altcoins, so very optimistic results for the two of these cryptocurrencies over here. And we will be going into Bitcoins, Ethereums, Cardanos, and Ripples, and Bitcoin market, total market cap at the end. And going into the fear and greed, first of all, today there has been a big rise today at 38. A little bit more of it, some of cash has been flowing into the market right now. So as you can see over here on the screen right now, but I think there will be some sort of adjustments happening in the near future before this has another movements. And let's get into Bitcoins in US dollars. And today, the 5-day charts have closed today, so I'd like to get into this first of all. And one of the YouTubers that I know actually introduced one of the new tools to us today. So I'm actually trying this out for myself right now. The name for this is GC over here. And yeah, look it up for those of you who haven't heard of it. I'm sure some of you already know. And as I can kind of see over here, if it goes into the line over there, it kind of takes a little bit of a time over here. If it goes into the line, it kind of takes a little bit of a time for adjustment. This is a 5-day chart, by the way. And if it goes through to the top, that's the start of a bull market over there. And the part that's kind of the similar wave pattern to what's happening right now is at 2013 over there, the far left. And looking at it on a very longer perspective over here, let me get this waveform out right over here. And this is called a flying doge. It's kind of a directional change over here. So there has been a big adjustments, and then it's kind of trying to make a directional change over here. So that's a part of the indicator over there. And if it goes up and kind of fluctuates and then goes up after that, that's kind of the pattern that we are looking for over here. And in the last 5 days, it's starting on a kind of sell over here. So as of now, I think it's gonna go up or make a little bit more of a rising pattern. But one thing that we have to keep an eye out for right now is at this price point over here, 46,582, and one over here at 59,632. Even if it takes time until it goes through that price point, it won't make any of a bull market, so say, for now. So the first step right now is to get through this first line price point over here. And even if it sells off after that, there will be much buying power if that would to take place over there. And until the price doesn't hit that point at 59,000, there won't be any much more of a high velocity market happening anytime soon on this cryptocurrency over here. And yesterday, as I said in the weekend charts, I've gotten into this a little bit more in detail about this. So this was at 2018 actually. So this is at 2018 to 2020 at March, that time of Corona. And I don't think they will phase out of this pattern over here. So what I think is going to happen is make a double bottom and rise after that. So either it's going to just come down and touch that line or kind of fluctuate a little bit more. I don't know, but we'll have to see about that. And even on the 3-day charts over here, it's kind of trying to get up there. And maybe it will make a little bit adjustments and go up after that. And the one thing that was considered about on this daily charts dead cross, let me get it out. Let me get this indicators out of the way real quick. And over here, let me get the chart out to look nice for you guys. Yeah, if it's a matter of it will or it won't, I think it will. If I get the lines out over here, it's actually in the golden pocket right now. Yeah, so it's like that. So first of all, it's over here at 42,000. So first of all, we have to get through that price point over there. And today is the 14th, so I think about 2-3 days, at around Wednesday. I think that's the time of whether it makes a golden cross or not. But as far as I can say, I think it's actually won't make any golden crosses, in my opinion. It's already pretty much at the bottom over here, so even if it goes down a little bit over here, that'd be 38,373. Maybe hit that line and catch up on some velocity and make rising again. And that price point over here has a lot of resistance over here at 40,367. Even if it goes through that line over there, it probably would be 37,000. I think that would be a kind of a place to take your bets on. Looking at it on a little bit smaller perspective on the Fibonacci's here. So over here, I think, actually it was over here. Yeah, over there, 38,734. And after that, 36,074. I think those two are pretty good places to be making orders in. And this is talking about it in the daily charts. And this is the RSI's facing down. So probably I think it will hit the trend line for a little bit in a little while. And probably after that, if that gets through after that, that would be pretty good scenario. If it makes a high over here, that would probably be an autumn high. So probably go down a little bit and then rebound after that. If it goes through the 55.67, that would be an autumn high in the directional change over there. And right now, in the next 2-3 days, it's kind of a little bit of waiting game over here happening. And 4-hour charts, it's at the top, but nonetheless, I think it will go down in a little while. And yeah, that is what I think about Bitcoin. So just keep on buying at the lows, Keep on buying at the lows, and keep doing that. Yeah, in the 4-hour charts, it actually looks like it will make a golden cross. Yeah, the 6-hour charts kind of a little bit the same. So I think, yeah, it's actually the behavioral patterns kind of change depending on the time preferences. And yeah, it's looking very strong on the daily charts, though. Even though 5-day charts over here, there is a resistance on the Fibonacci's there. And the weekly charts, I don't think they are going to be able to get through the trend line over here because of how much resistance there is on these lines over here. Even if it were to go down afterwards, I think there might be some repetitive patterns going on with the long candlesticks over there. I'm going to get through on this on Twitter as soon as something happens on this, so follow me there, guys. And this is at Ethereum at Tether US dollars. The daily chart's closed, but the triangular pattern is still taking place, but I think it's kind of taking a little bit weaker position. Actually, yeah, it's kind of weak in my opinion. And the 5-day charts is looking like this over here. So sell off. That's a long stick happening. So there is a lot of buying power happening here. Yeah, if it goes down, just people buying after the price drop. That is kind of the what people are going for in this specific cryptocurrency. And until the EMA line gets in closer, it just there's no way of going high after this. So probably until July next month, this would be kind of the pattern that would be repeating itself for a while, at least until July. And I'm getting the Fibonacci lines out here, and probably the buying points would be probably like 2,332 or 2,633. But I think there will be some instances of kind of selling off very suddenly and kind of price drops. So that is the overall situation of Ethereum's right now. So just if you kind of trying to get into it, I'd say just get into it with long-term insight into it, and just know that things are going to happen in this charts. They're just bound to happen in charts like this. But for a while, it's kind of going on in this pattern, so it's kind of something to think about. But there is some possibilities of kind of making directional change and getting into a rising pattern, but I can't really say much of in terms of something very specific or something that is bound to happen, you know. Yeah, I think this is kind of the triangular pattern that's forming right now, as far as I can see over here. Yeah, the lows are kind of like going up and up like gradually. So at 2,319. So that is what's going on. And Ethereum's and Bitcoins, this is the 3-day charts over here. And it has been on a big sell-off over here, but it's kind of stopped and kind of little volatility is happening over there. And the last time, this was in 6 days ago, I think. And this is this has went through the last bottom price at the big drop last time. So I think next time it will probably go 59700 or 55051. I think it is bound to hit those prices looking at this pattern, and that is the scenario where the patterns were to repeat itself. So that's kind of something to consider about in this pair. And the daily charts over here, it's kind of on a rise, kind of. So if you have it, I would probably say hold it. I don't think it's much of a big deal to make out of this situation. And the RSI is over here. Let me get the trend line over here. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's in through the trend line over here. So if it goes up after that, I think that'd be a kind of a directional change happening. And the 3-day charts over here. Yeah, so I think it's gonna kind of go down again, maybe one more time. And Cardano's in US dollars over here. The daily charts is starting on a sell over here, but very tiny, very little over here. So I think it's gonna be very hard to be selling off in the near future. The 3-day charts over here, and it's kind of fluctuating sideways right now. The 5-day charts over here, yeah, it's kind of, there's not much any movements happening over here. As far as the EMA line comes into play in a little while, once it gets closer to the candles, that would be kind of a movement happener, or like, you know, the kind of point of movement for the charts over here. And the Fibonacci in the last few days over here, or last few weeks, sorry, is like this. So if you're considering to buy this crypto, if I was in their shoes, the place I would make an order would be probably $1.27. I think those prices are very, buyable. Or 25, sorry. $1.25. I don't think it will necessarily go down to 90 cents. I think that's a bit too much, but it is kind of getting less and less volatility, so I don't think there's much room to making profits on this for now. The weekly charts on the RSIs, I don't think there is much possibility of this selling off necessarily. Yeah, it's kind of like this over here. It's into the trend line right now, so I think it's a matter of what happens if it hits that trend line once it goes up and makes contacts with that trend line. And the 3-day charts over here, let me get this lined up. Yeah, if I line it up like this, I feel like there is more room to be going lower than this, but I think this is kind of hard. I think Cardano is actually, this is kind of the same as Ethereum, but it's the RSI is kind of at the bottom, but there is kind of a little bit more of a room to go lower. But I don't think necessarily the candles are gonna go lower than this right for now, considering the pattern that it has been making in the last few days and last few weeks. And let me get the stock RSIs out very quick over here. And it's almost at the bottom right now. This is the 3-day stock RSIs. So I don't think there's much to worry about right now. So if you have it, definitely hold for this. And even the daily charts, it's kind of trying to go up, but I think it's gonna try to go low after that probably. Yeah, even the weekly charts is, I think there's a little bit more room to go down. So I think that it could go lower. In the 5-day charts, it's kind of trying to go lower than this. So yeah, a lot of people say altcoins are kind of over, but like this is the realistic viewpoint on what cryptocurrency is going on right now. So yeah, I think until like July and August, I think this is the kind of the situation that it will be keeping, because of looking at like the overall movement span and the pattern of all these charts. It's kind of trying to go up after this on the Bitcoin Cardano pair. Let me get this back on real quick. There we go. It's kind of a little bit very similar to Ethereum's. This Cardano Bitcoin pair, even if it goes lower, probably would be 3,480. And in the daily charts over here, it's on a resistance from the EMA line over there. So I think when the Bitcoin kind of sold off a little while ago, I think the Cardano kind of followed that path. I think it's kind of a little bit of a buying time right now. I think it's a very good time to buy right now for Cardano and Bitcoin pair. If the EMA line were to go through the candle charts and candle wouldn't follow, that would be kind of a bad scenario, but in the long term, I think it would be pretty fine. So I don't think it's much of a thing to worry about. And ripples in US dollars. Daily charts over here. Let's check this out. And this is the triangular pattern that's happening right now. I think there is a little bit more time taking into play in this pattern over here. So, but it's already gone through the triangular pattern there, so I think it's gonna follow that pattern over there. And let's get the 3-day charts out. And the RSI over here. And this over here is very much the same as I can say for other cryptocurrencies. There is 4 spikes and resistance happening over here. Even if this goes through the trend line, I don't think it's much of a big deal. I think it will go back very quickly in this case. And the daily charts over here. So I think there is going to be a little bit more of a fluctuation happening in the next few days in the 3-day charts over here. And over here, let me get the triangular pattern out. Yeah, I think this is that pattern. This is taking in play. And I think it's actually going to maybe break this pattern in the next 3 days. And yeah, there is already a trend line taking place. So I think it's kind of, what happens kind of pattern over here. As far as I can see, it's kind of, I think it's just going to take a little bit more time until results happen. And maybe I think it will go down over here at 77 cents. Let's get the Fibonacci's out very quickly over here. And over here. Yeah, it's already on the golden pocket, as you can see over there. So looking very strong overall. Looking very good. Yeah, the lines are taking place. So these two lines, dollar to 88 cents. And bottom of that is 66 cents. 66 cents is the long candlestick that hit the price over there. But if it were to hit 66 cents, I think that is a pretty good bargain to get into ripples. So, or maybe in the middle of that, 78 cents, that would be a more of a smart move, I would say. Closing in on the price over there. And I think if Bitcoin kind of sells off, I think it will kind of follow that path a little bit, considering Bitcoins. And the daily chart, let's look at the daily charts back again. Yeah, it's kind of the same situation happening over here. So I think it's kind of more of a fluctuation of repeating patterns for the next few days. So just keep an eye out and just keep a light toe and get into this with a light heart, and ripples and bitcoins. The 3-day charts over here, and it is on being on the resistance over here. So, and the daily charts over here. Let me get this. Let me analyze this quickly. Yeah, so 2094. I think it might hit that price over here. Yeah, because since the long sticks that are penetrating through the resistance line over there. Yeah, for those of you who have it, I think probably getting into bitcoins is a pretty better idea. 2049 would be the price to be getting into that trade over there. And the 5-day charts over here. It's been on a sell for the last 10 days. Yeah, so it's starting on a 2,204. And the RSIs pretty much at stock RSIs are pretty much at the bottom. So I don't think there is any more room to go down after this. So yeah, it's pretty much at zero right now. Yeah, in bitcoins, it's pretty much at zero. So there's no room. There's no way. There has been adjustments in Bitcoin, so I don't think there is going to be necessarily any like a sudden pump in the near future. So I'm going to be updating some Bitcoin related, cryptocurrency related stuff on Twitter. So if you want more quick updates on crypto market, follow me on Twitter. And a lot of people think that like it's kind of the market is kind of unstable. Looking at all the charts, it's like just not profitable. But I think it's just kind of a big adjustments happening right now. It's kind of like an adjustment period. Yeah. So recently on Twitter, a lot of people said like, can you see the charts that you've been talking about? I can do that. So just if you have any questions, just comment on Twitter. I'm open to any questions. Yeah. So the kind of point is Bitcoin right now. So that kind of controls everything. And the crypto total market cap, yeah, a lot of cash flowing right now. A lot of volume over there. And as you can see over here, sorry, let me get the trend line right. Yeah, over here. Yeah, it's pretty much at the bottom of, kind of at the bottom over here. Yeah, over here. Actually, let's get the daily charts out. And over here, kind of like this, yeah. Yeah, so what this means is there's no divergence, so I think there is a lot of volume coming in the near future. And the stock RSI is kind of facing up, so I think there's going to be more volume coming in the future. And yeah, that it's kind of a wavy form right now. So yeah, I can't say anything for sure, but I think that is kind of the direction that it's taking right now. Yeah, even the 2-day charts is kind of facing up at the bottom over there. And the total market cap, this is the total market cap. So I think there is going to be more money in the market. And the 3-day charts, it's making golden cross at the bottom over here. And the stock RSI is making golden cross at that low of a number is kind of a sign that there's going to be more cash flowing in the market. Even the weekly charts is the same, making golden cross over there. So yeah, looking very strong on the stock RSIs over here. Yeah, so I think it's kind of the end over right now. It's definitely a place to buy and get into cryptocurrency right now. It's a big chance happening right now. There is a lot of potential future volumes coming into the market right now, so it's definitely a chance they can't afford to lose right now, and it's kind of in a big adjustment period right now, so there is a lot of profits they can get into if you get in at the right time, which is kind of now. And as you can see over here on the Bitcoins, there is a big resistance on this line over here, so as long as it goes through that, there is going to be a big, the highs are very, very high over here. There is a lot more space to grow for this crypto. Almost double, more than double the price over there. You know, you could get into this as like once there is a big sign over there, you know, if it passes the resistance line or if it passes the last Fibonacci line, or, you know, you can make like a signals for yourself and get into that at your timing, you know. Okay, I think that's all for today actually. So right now it's 9:30. I kind of started a little late, so I think it's in 11 p.m. at Japan time, I think. So yeah, have a very good night, guys. Follow, like, and subscribe for more. Thank you.